The other practice that also comes from yoga, and it's called Kapala Bhati, and in the traditional form is done faster, but we are going to do it slower, and that's the one that we are going to be using our mask. So if you have your mask ready, that would be great. If not, go and get your mask. Please have it ready so that we can do some experiments. Thank you. So you may have noticed when you use your mask that as you try to breathe, the mask, can you hear me? As you try to breathe, the mask comes in against your nostrils and you feel that you don't have enough air. And when you feel you don't have enough air, the natural thing is that you will go trying to get the air that you don't have. But the more you go trying to get that air that's lacking, the more that you kind of not really get a satisfactory amount of air in. It's almost philosophical too. The more we feel that we are lacking something and we grasp for it, it's just like already there is this tension that doesn't ever have this fulfillment. So what to do? Well, although it seems counterintuitive, what you have to do when you don't have enough air is to exhale. And I know it sounds strange, but if you, when you don't have enough air, or feel that you don't have enough air, you exhale, then there is this vacuum that happens, and then the air can come in, and it can come in slower and lower than if you don't have air. Let's say you have been using your mask. If you don't have enough air and go, all the breathing is happening up here, which makes you more anxious. And also it doesn't really fulfill the desire of the lungs, the need of the lungs of being filled with air in the part where they are broader, which is lower down in your lungs. So when you don't have air, what you are going to do, unless you have a very serious condition, I'm not asking here you to do any of these things if you are not in a normal condition. I don't know what kind of other pulmonary, really drastic situation you may have, but this is for people that are more or less normal with their functioning. When you don't have air, you exhale to create a space for more air to come in. It's very Buddhist, really. We are going to learn this practice and then we are going to use it with the mask. But first, we're going to do it without the mask. Or you can keep your mask on as you prefer. But the practice, which is Kapala Bhati and means skull shining, it's based on a forced exhalation that happens through the nose as you keep your mouth closed. I mean, the secret of all this is that you're going to keep your mouth closed all the time, which doesn't happen when you use a mask. When you feel you're running out of air, you tend to open your mouth, right? Because the nose is already feeling, I can't get enough air with this mask. So you resort to your mouth that's bigger and bigger opening, and you are trying to breathe through the mouth, which means if there are pathogens around and they were not filtered through your mask, you are getting it in directly into your body without any filtering from the nose. So we need to learn to close our mouth and breathe through the nose, and this practice of Kapalabhati will help with that. And it will also reduce our anxiety. And of course, our anxiety sometimes gets raised when we are wearing a mask. We are already feeling a little bit anxious for this kind of mouth breathing, and then along comes a runner or somebody coughing without a mask, and we go, oh no, and then the mind starts with these ideas and it gets even more tense and more lacking air. So what you do at that time, close your mouth and exhale. Then as you exhale, there is this more space, you can do it. So let me show you how is that exhale in the Kapalabhati. You always start exhaling by having a long exhalation, bringing your abdomen in. You inhale to 70% capacity. And then you start with a forceful exhalation through the nose and relax your abdomen. So there is a lot of space for the air to come in, and it starts coming in through your nose. You are not going to do no. And then just wait and relax your abdomen, and you see that there is all this air that's coming, permeating your lungs and going further down in your respiratory system. Once it is filled, then you again so do it with me. Find also how it can flow for you. So don't force too much, like, right? No, we are just doing 50%, whatever it is that you can do comfortably and enjoying it. So you just do, keeping your mouth closed, the air starts coming in. And let's keep one hand here or two. See if when the inhale happens, it will come down. Okay, so let's go. Maybe there are too many things to remember. How is it feeling for you? I know it's strange. You may feel some activation in the area of your upper sinus, your frontal sinus. You may feel very relaxed and like yawning. That's great. In the traditional Kapalabhati, it's more like you exhale, bringing your abdomen in, then you inhale at 70% capacity, and then it goes. So it's much more rapid force exhalation, and that's mainly to stimulate the area of your brain and your sinus and all that. But in this one, we are just doing force exhalation and letting the air come in, so that there is a longer time for this exchange with the oxygenation of the blood and for the air to come in. So now let's try it with the mask. Exhale, bringing your abdomen in. Inhale to 70% capacity. Exhale. Two more. And then just breathe normally. And to take this practice to the next level, and also to give you a little bit of a break from sitting so long, let's do the practice walking. So you're going to put again, massage a little bit your legs if you were sitting in cross-legged position, or tap a little bit just to wake up. We are going to get up. We are going to put the mask. Imagine that we are walking around in a neighborhood or whatever, without chatting with a friend or anything like that. We are just walking around. And then see as you walk, see if you can do this and find the comfortable rhythm for to exhale, and then allow all that air just naturally to come in. When it is fulfilled, then again another. At no point the mouth is open. It's always totally closed. Okay? Okay, so let's put the mask and go for a little walk around our sitting room. There are studies that show that breathing through the nose, even in situations of exertion, if one can train oneself instead of breathing through the mouth, breathing through the nose. There is a Dr. Patrick McEwen. He works with people that work in the Olympics and all that. And he has helped them to have greater efficiency by breathing through the nose, even when there is more exertion and the tendency was to open the mouth. So if you are going up a hill or up some stairs in your neighborhood or whatever, and you notice again that the more exertion there is, the more you would tend to open your mouth, just stop for a moment, have some catch breath, and then continue having this training of having your mouth closed and breathing through your nose. It will do wonders for your health. All this requires first that you consider that it's better for you, and then a desire to include it in your life, and then practice. You have to be patient with yourself with any kind of practice that you want to succeed in the long run, and also keep watching, how it is for you. Is this something that really resonates with you and makes you feel better or not? What you are also training is when you have the mask and you don't have air, your instinct is to go from breathing through the nose to opening your mouth and breathing through the mouth. And you are trying to stop that and keep your mouth closed and keep inhaling and exhaling. So it has two reasons. One is to increase the resistance here, stimulate the lungs so that they can have a little bit more muscle strength, which we lose as we age. And the other thing is to change that instinctual way of just going to open the mouth. You are trying to keep your mouth closed.